All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome you back. This is the Turning Stone Classic XXIII. We're coming to you live from the Turning Stone Casino in Verona, New York. I'm Upstate Al. I'm going to be joined in the booth by the navigator himself, Mr. Tom McGonigal, in just about a few seconds. But before we get underway, there's a few people we would like to thank. As we hear Mr. Zuglin making his announcements, I elected to turn the mic out there down. First and foremost, we'd like to thank Josh Q's LTD, the main sponsor for the Josh Northeast 9-Ball Tour, along with Billiards Pressed, Mr. Phil Capel himself.
Phil will be joining you in the Hall of Fame induction this year.
Oh, will he?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice. Yes. Also, PoolOnTheNet.com. This, I forgot to check my email. We do have a high-res logo coming in from Mr. Hydrick. This is Hydrick Custom Cues, Dan Hydrick himself. J&J Industries. These, when you want to clean your shaft with a wipe, they have it. Dana himself is in charge of that. We're going to run a quick ad as we hear Mike Zuglin in the background. Give us a second.
Introducing Lucasi Hybrid, a whole new level of performance and technology. A cue with the revolutionary X-Shocks dampening system, eliminating vibration. G5 grip technology for enhanced traction and stability results in maximum cue control. Total sweet spot construction means unmatched power. And the Zero Flex Point ferrule provides dead-on accuracy, giving you the confidence you need in every shot. Lucasi Hybrid, the only cue that matters.
And we're back. We thank you for standing by. This is the next match at hand. Mike Zuglin making his announcements, coming down the aisle. We'll give you a shot of him in a little while. In fact, he's going to come into the shot in the top left-hand corner.
Turning Stone from Uniontown, Ohio. Doesn't give me much in the way of pool credentials, but he tells me that he's you're the owner, right? The owner of Kings of Vapor, Smokeless Cigarettes. Chad Bowling, we welcome him. Good luck. Right. On table number 7 from Latham, New York. Another regular here at Turning Stone. Another gentleman plays a great game of pool. He has finished as high as second on our tour in the past. Many, many high finishes on our tour. He has a lot of wins to his credit throughout the country. Tommy Echevarri and his opponent, another gentleman who's has quite a resume. He's a former Mosconi Cup USA team member. He's a multiple Virginia and Maryland state champ, former CSI National 8-Ball champ. Many wins to his credit in this country, Brandon Schuff. All right. On table number 8 on the free live stream table, just tell your friends if they want to watch this match, go to azbilliards.com, courtesy of AZ Billiards, Upstate Al Leon, Turning Stone Resort Casino, and the Josh Northeast 9-Ball Tour. First we have from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, a tour regular, as well as here at Turning Stone, we have Rob Hart and his opponent. She's a fan favorite here at Turning Stone. She recently finished 3rd in the Women's International 10-Ball Championships, not 3 weeks ago, I believe. 2012, she won on the Predator Tour in the Open division against all the guys, and she's a former Empress Cup champ. Jennifer Barretta recently. Good luck.
Well, there you have it, Tom. There's your introduction by Mike Zuglin. He's going to continue his introduction along the other side of the other tables. So we're going to elect to turn him down just a little bit, and hopefully you can hear us. And then we'll pick the sound back up out of the room. Well, Tom, what do you think about this match? I don't know if you're too familiar with Rob Hart himself.
I'm not familiar at all with him, but I know Jennifer can play.
Absolutely.
I've seen it.
I know Jennifer's more of a deliberate player than Rob Hart, but Rob Hart has no fear gear. He gets up there and swings it.
Anyone that puts up $150 to play in a pool tournament now, they got to have something going for them.
Right, yeah.
Nine-ball champion, Watertown, Connecticut.
Yeah, well, not only that, then they travel.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
yeah.
a trip from Pennsylvania to here is
Yeah.
Pennsylvania's a big state,
Right.
and of course Jennifer coming right out of Brooklyn.
Well, the thing about coming here is it's worth every penny.
Oh yeah, absolutely. In fact, there's a couple of people here that I told about the Turning Stone that happen to be from New York City, and they made the trip up, and she said she is enjoying herself. In fact, her girlfriend is playing in a tournament, Christina.
Yeah, I met some people last night from upstate New York, Plattsburgh, New York.
Right.
They didn't even. We were sitting in the bar, we're talking, watching a hockey game, and I told them, you know, there's a tournament going on here this weekend. You think they'd have posters all over this place,
Yeah.
advertising, you know, what's going on, but I don't know. Maybe it's me. They don't have them.
How about the 9 in the side
9 in the
pocket?
break. Wow. It's a quick win.
1-0 Rob Hart.
So those folks actually came over. I played a match earlier. They were here watching, and it was nice of them to come in and watch. The fella's a pool player from way back when. You know, businessman, hasn't played a lot of pool lately, but he enjoyed coming over and seeing what was going on.
And there's Jennifer's husband right below the AZB TV logo. That's Greg McAndrews. We call him GMAC. Sitting right underneath the AZB TV logo there. He's got his head turned the other way.
See, that's when you know you made it in a pool room, when you got a nickname now.
Yeah.
Upstate Al.
Upstate out, yeah. That only goes to show you that I'm from upstate.
I don't have a nickname now.
Tom McGonigal,
I have many names.
the writer. All right, 1-0. Rob Hart leads with that pocketing of the 9-ball in the side pocket in the game prior to this one. This time that 8-ball's going to leak in, and he's going to have a shot, Tom, on the 1.
Yeah, he's up against the rail.
And I just want to pass a message along that I did get from a dear friend about Danny Harriman. He says Danny Harriman is showing some improvements. He's still not out of the woods. He still needs a lot of prayers. And prayers go out to Danny Harriman, who happens to be in the hospital in Cleveland, Ohio right now. Went in there with symptoms of the flu. Got worse and worse. They put him in a medical-induced coma. And
that's a nice shot right there. Wow.
His family is at the hospital, and so far he's not out of the woods. But the person at Dennis Walsh, everybody knows Dennis Walsh, sent me a PM and said that he is showing improvement. So that's good. Let's keep pushing for him.
Good luck. And please remember, everyone, please turn the ringers off on your cell phones, as they can be very distracting to the players. Also,
I wonder if that 4-7 combination is dead, because he seemed to. I don't think the 4 goes in our left-hand corner pocket the way it's sitting up against the 7. Maybe the 4-7 combination's dead.
anyone can participate on a raffle. You don't have to be
I guess
it looks like
might have a chance.
Well, either that or he's going to play safe using the 9-ball.
We raffle one Saturday right before the 8 o'clock round, and the other one will go Sunday right before the
This looks like it's a throw shot.
Please put your
If those balls are real tight together, you can throw it, hit it on the opposite side of what you think is the right way, basically, and the ball will throw in the pocket.
And Kawaka happens to be absolutely right. Danny Harriman was down there shooting straight pool and shooting really good against Okolo, and Okolo just said, you got it. Yeah. Well, the 7-ball did go. It's still a shot on the 4. He's looking real good from here. Like I said from the beginning, he's a pretty solid player.
Yes.
Yeah, he plays on a lot of the tours down in the city. When he can, you know, it's a long trip from Pennsylvania in, but he comes in and participates. His secretary called me the other day because they want his matches that I recorded.
His brother is a comedian?
His brother's a famous comedian, Kevin Hart, yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, this would be a heck of a way to start your tournament, a break, a 9 in the break, and then a break and run.
Right. M. Carey in the chat. Yeah, we do see you in there. M. Carey 72 saying hi to Alan Tom, waving our hands right back at you. M. Carey, who's that?
Marty Carey.
Mariah Carey.
Marty Carey.
Oh, Mariah Carey, because Rob Hart's playing.
He's a trick shot guy out in California. Grew up in Maine.
Oh, okay.
That's a nice jump cue. I'm using his jump cue right now.
Oh, you really?
Yes. Yes.
Nice.
He designed it. Did a good job. Real good job.
Okay, 2-0. Jennifer Barretta trailing.
And I did say hi to the chief, Marty.
Marty, he's out there too? Oh, yes, he is.
Marty Carey. No, Marty
Herman.
Carey.
Oh, Carey. Okay, Marty
And
Herman.
Marty Herman.
Marty Herman's also in the chat. I didn't see him. He snuck in the back door. You want to show your ID, fella? Marty Herman, Cosmo 8.
How many viewers do we have right now?
I don't really pay attention to it, but let's take a look. 582 right now.
That's nice.
Oh, I got a PM. Tom has a brand new jump cue he just bought. Please ask him. Okay, talking about jump cue.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, he does have it, right?
Yeah, I have it and I'm using it.
There you go.
That's very nice.
There is your answer. Sometimes I don't notice like a PM that comes into the booth because we're concentrating right here on the match at hand.
Yeah, there's a dry break. Jennifer comes to the table trailing 2-0. And she hasn't done a thing wrong.
Yes, she hasn't done a thing wrong. Well, now is the opportunity to shine. The problem is coming down for the 2. I don't know if the 2 goes in the corner past the 3, but if it doesn't, she has a small window for the side pocket. Looks like she's drawing us back here.
She's probably going to like to play a safety here. Probably tuck in behind a 3 ball. Or right up on it. Well, she went the other way. She used the 4 balls between the cue ball now and the 2 ball. Very, very, very well played. It's hard to see at these angles sometimes what the proper play is, but she saw it, and that's the most important part.
Yeah. Iggy's asking me where I get my numbers from. I don't know, Iggy. I'm just looking right here, and I see some numbers. Tom's looking at them also, but you guys might see different numbers on Ustream. Thank you, Foxy Blue, saying welcome to the Turning Stone. With your host, Upstate Al, and of course, Tom McGonigal sitting in the booth. And his book is still available right on cue. We'll be heading up there in February to Providence, Rhode Island, to Tom McGonigal's room there, in his home room in Snookers.
It's the Hall of Fame.
The Hall of Fame.
The New England Pool and Billiard Hall of Fame tournament. And Friday night we will be inducting people into the Hall of Fame, another group. And if you haven't seen the place, if you haven't seen what Steve Goulding does, it's quite an exhibit.
Yes, it is. I try to show as much as I can when we're there.
Yeah,
It's really
originally
nice.
I probably talk about this before. Without I might be repeating myself to some people, but it's worth talking about.
Sure.
When Steve told me he was going to put all the information in picture frames, and when I was there, it looked like Humpty Dumpty had to be put back together, and he did it. And his picture frame idea was really, really, really incredible. Each person has a picture frame with all their material in there, and it's hanging on the wall, and people go around the room just reading what's going on. How did this person get here? This is how he got here.
Right.
And their name is on. I actually bought my display so I can have it forever. It's in my office at home. It's on my wall, and someday I can pass it on from generation to generation.
Nice choice right there to play it safe. He tried to duck behind the 8-9 area somewhere back there. He left a piece of the 3 hanging out. I don't know if there's enough to make it. I would like to say welcome aboard to B-Doc. Shouting out Go 40. And that happens to be Rob Hart's nickname.
Oh, okay.
They call him 40.
Another guy with a nickname.
Another nickname. Well, it's easy to remember. You know, a lot easier than Tom McGonigal.
Absolutely.
See, if you had the writer, you know how they used to call the teacher. If you had the writer as a nickname, then I would just say we'd like to welcome the writer aboard. That Tom McGonigal was hard to get used to.
I could handle the writer.
Yeah, the writer's good. Tom, the writer.
If I told my parent, neither one of my parents lived to see me do what I did with the. If I told my parents when they were alive that I was going to write a book someday, they'd still be laughing.
Is that right?
Absolutely.
Well, they wouldn't be laughing anymore.
No.
I'm pretty sure they're proud of you.
I always thought so, but really, I'm serious. I couldn't write my name in high school. I never had the desire to do those things. I
Really?
was too busy playing pool.
Well, you know, there's things in life that change.
But pool did help me get out of my English class because I did a talk on pool, and it's the best grade I ever got in my oral speeches.
Ooh, that's a bad miss. That's
Yeah.
going to cost Jennifer right there. You can't do things like that against any opponent playing in this tournament. She's not feeling it right now as we see Mr. Fox, Al Salem himself, the original Fox, off to my left. He must have just rolled in. He says he's kind of tired. Boy, oh boy, it's nice to see faces come out of the woodworks I haven't seen in a while. Al Fox is actually from a pool hall in Yonkers called the Latin Lady many years ago. His real name is Al Salem, retired from a bus company in New York. The Silver Fox. Here he's going to comb his silver hair.
Wow. And he's got some.
Also, Rod, you know what he does in the summertime? He rides a Harley, and he goes all over the country. And I'm talking, he takes long trips. God bless him. Retired, and that's all he wanted to do was ride a Harley all across country. Hey, Jarrett, welcome aboard, sir. Saying hi to the booth and everybody else.
Which Jared is that?
Jarrett, I call him the Jazz Man. Would that be about sufficient, Jarrett? The Jazz Man would that be okay by you? Real supporter of full Gentleman Jim.
Okay.
All right, Jennifer now in the trap, one rail kick, and this is where the kick really is has to take effect, and you have to decide which way you're going to kick it, so that you have the odds of hiding either the object ball you're kicking into or the cue ball. Now, kicking it this way here, this is going to leave a shot unless the cue ball trickles behind either the 5 or the 9 and gets locked up. What a beautiful hit. Here it goes behind the 9.
Yeah.
Oh, comes back out.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Anything is better than ball in hand. He's still got work to do. He's got to
Jarrett the Jazz Man.
Get the 4 in and come down for the 5 again. The 6 or 7 can come into play. And he moved the 8 behind the 9 a little bit. He's playing safe.
Well, you know what? It's the smart shots like this that get you back to the table, Tom. We know it. And why go for something like he could have cut this into the corner? He could have cut the 4 ball. Then you got to go up table around the 7, avoid the 6, traffic in the area. Why deal with that when you can just do this and let your opponent sweat it, you know?
Absolutely. What I tell people when I'm teaching them about something that just occurred, try not to drive down a dead-end street.
Right. There's no way out.
If you're going to go for a shot, if you make it, make sure you're going to get position for your next ball, and he wasn't sure. So he took the smart way
Look
out.
at this.
Yeah.
The cue ball never hit any ball on the table. Amazing. Goes between them and goes into the drink. And when that happens, we got Snooker in the chat. He calls it Kojak in the subway. That link that you see in the chat room right now, folks, is the direct link to the live scoring. Mr. Mike Howerton is up in the bleachers, keeping score on every table, and the brackets updated. So if you have any questions about it, That's the direct link right there. Thank you, Foxy Blue, for all you do. All right, Rob Hart with ball in hand. We sure hope Kevin's tuning in. His brother Kev. Ooh, he underhit that one just a bit. But in this situation, he can cut it into the corner, go 2 rails, come in on the long side of that 6 ball. He should be okay.
Oh, he missed it.
He undercut it. Well, you know, I don't like to be biased when I'm commentating on a match, but I sure would like to see this go close. Come on, Jen. Step up a little bit.
Well, you'd like to see a good, exciting match, and I'm sure everyone out there wants the same thing.
Yeah, well, I'm excited. I'm excited anyway with every match that's being played. But I'd like to see the match get closer. I'd like to see both players under pressure, and as Jennifer Barretta actually undercut that one. Sent it into the short rail first. Perfect position on the 6 ball, width angle. Let's see what Rob Hart can do here now. This is no easy gimme here. Watch the cue ball because you can kill it off the rail here. Got to be careful. Got to hit it with nice speed.
Hit it nice.
Yes, very good.
A lot of people, the biggest mistake you can make on that shot is hitting the cue ball too high and hitting too much of the object ball, because when the ball is spinning, it wants to go back to the rail after it hits the rail.
Yeah.
And that's how you know.
That's what we call killing the cue ball.
Yeah, you end up in a place you don't want to be. He hit that really sweet. He didn't hit a lot of the object ball, enough to make the shot, and enough for the cue ball to come up and get the reaction he wanted.
Well, there's a short window. The thing to keep in mind here is to play the cue ball to the short rail. You want the speed to the short rail. This way, you're really guaranteed to get below the 9. You don't want to play pinpoint position and try to get too perfect on this 8. Just play it to the rail.
Yeah, what he just did makes sense, because he looked at how far he can come off the back rail and still have a shot, and that's a very smart thing to do.
There it goes.
Go to the.
Go to the rail here. This way you're guaranteed the window, because that is a short window. It's very small. He's okay now. He can either do 2 things here. He could either kill the cue ball and just come back out to the center of the table and just take the shot at a 9, or just go around the table and go out long. I've seen a lot of people get on the short side of this 9 ball. It's a nice shot, too. But you got to watch the speed, because if you overrun the 9, then you wind up in a predicament where you got to cut it in the side pocket. Yeah. You don't want to wind up there.
I think he'll play 3 rails here.
Go long?
Yes. Oh, he didn't.
He accepted the long shot towards the center of the table. That was one of the options. Not impossible. In fact, I like it from here. He wouldn't be shooting it for my cheese, but he could shoot it for his. And Rob gets up. Take a second look at this.
No, he didn't feel comfortable. So.
Watch the cue ball. The 9 ball went in, but watch the cue ball.
That's going down the drink.
And that's Kojak in the subway. Ball in hand for Jennifer Barretta. You cannot concede any game, so Jennifer's going to have to spot the ball and then shoot the 9 ball unless both players agree to it.
Yeah. Just put it up on the spot and knock it in.
And she's playing by the rules, which is right.
Yeah.
No concessions.
Well, it wouldn't hurt her to make a shot here, She's been struggling
This is true.
a little,
There you have it, 21, just as we wanted to see. Let's see it get a little bit closer. It does. So we got a match. Rock and roll says kerplunk as the cue ball falls in.
It's funny, the white one never hangs.
It's amazing. I said that a couple of times.
Only when it hooks you.
Listen to this, and you tell me if I'm right or wrong. I said it many a time. I don't want you to set up a direct shot into a pocket. Set it up in a ball into the rail with the cue ball, okay, and use the cue ball to hit the object ball. Just hit it as hard as you can to make them go both around the table with force follow, and see which one falls in the hole. The cue ball will find a hole.
All right.
21. That's my luck.
I was actually playing a guy one evening, and it was late at night, and we were playing for quite a while. And he just said, I quit. And the money wasn't that distorted.
Playing for fun. Yeah,
And
basically.
I said, why are you quitting? And he said, you haven't scratched in 4 hours. I can't play anyone that doesn't scratch. So, and I thought about it, and he was right. I hadn't scratched in 4 hours.
Nothing wrong with that.
No. Good for me. There's nothing worse than scratching in this particular game.
Jennifer Barretta set the break, game 4. Nine leaks to the right side of the table as the cue ball almost scratches. Rob coming to the table. Doesn't look like he has a shot on the 1.
Looks like he might want to kick at this ball. Yep, he did.
Look at the cue. Boy, oh
yeah,
boy.
cue ball went down table.
Hit that a little bit harder.
Nudged out to 6.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it's not a crazy shot to do that because it's the 1 ball.
Right.
And you can end up safe. There's 8 balls on the table that can hurt you with the cue ball. You can get safe real easy on shots when there's plenty of balls on the table. I was fortunate enough earlier when in my match I kicked at a ball twice and left my opponent nothing. I left them safe because there were plenty of balls to work with. Wow, what a jump.
And notice she did it with a full
Yes,
cue.
with a
There's no
full
jump
cue.
cues allowed
Yes,
in this
absolutely.
tournament.
That was very impressive. Judging from what's gone on so far, I would imagine another safety player is coming here. And watch him prove me wrong again. Yeah, he did play safe.
Johnny Archer versus Kevin Guimond. Up next, 8 p.m., folks.
Nice match. And we got the Temptations in the background, folks. Yep, this is a good song. She's playing safe, and the song is "I Can't Get Next to You, Babe." How's that?
Must be a song that you remember pretty well, Tom.
I know this song.
You used to jive to it, huh?
I do know this song.
I could see you dancing around the house.
I've been known to sing, Al.
Oh, okay. Well, don't do it now, please.
I might be good.
Well, it's a might. It's a good might. We got a lot of critics out there,
We're going to sing karaoke later on.
All right.
There's a bunch of us. Joey Dupree.
Yeah. Joey. Yeah.
Mike Jaleo.
Joey Dupuy reminds me of that Vern. Remember that show, Vern? It was Vern Saves the World.
Oh, yeah.
He was down there. He was hanging out with us last night. He's a funny character.
Joey's a great kid.
You got to know him outside the pool world.
Yep.
He's fun to be around.
Yes. He was hanging around with your boy.
Yeah. They get along together.
Good.
Well,
Joey was also one heck of a candlepin bowler.
Candlepin bowler.
Yeah. A lot of us. I grew up in a pool room that had it. You ever see candlepin bowling, Al?
No.
It's the little skinny ones. and you get 3 balls. You get to throw 3 balls at them. And,
Really?
Yes.
On a regular alley, or?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's a game, strictly New England game, mostly Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts. It's not as popular as it once was. They used to do a show on one of the local channels, Channel 5 in Boston, and it had candlepin bowling. And these people would go on and bowl 3 strings, and the winner would get, I believe, $300. Plus, there was all kinds of bonus money. If you threw a triple strike, you got an extra 1,000.
Wow.
And if you threw 3 marks in a row, you got $50. And
That's nice prize money.
Some people got
Must
up.
be hard.
Yeah, it is. And some people got up there and made some really, really good money.
Easy with this 8 as it grows. She's going to be okay.
And getting on that show was very difficult. Very, very, very difficult. I know.
Did I miss a game here, or is it still 2-1?
No, it's 2-1.
Okay.
I'm sure a lot of my friends from New England have tried candlepin
Marty
bowling.
says exactly, Tom. That's the show I'm duplicating with pool. Well, Rodney Morris. I was talking to Rodney Morris for quite a while last night. He's got a great idea about starting his own tour, and a couple of games involved with it, and it's just a matter of finding out where he wants to start his tour at. Also, Mike DeShane, we were sitting down having a meal. Well, not a meal, we were eating appetizers, basically. And Mike DeShane thinking about purchasing a pool room in Maine. A lot of things happening in the pool world. So pool's not dead.
No. She underhit that a little. But she's finding a groove, which is... if she can cut the 6 in the side here and bring the cue ball between the 7 and 9 possibly, should be in good shape coming around and getting position on the 7. Let's see what she does. She could also make the 9 here, possibly. But, well, she elected the
I think she went for the
safety.
Two-way shot. Yeah, right. Exactly, in stereo. 6:27 on the East Coast. We're coming to you live from the Turning Stone Casino and Resort.
I like this. I'd like to kick at this ball right here. If that's the worst shot I'm going to get, you can kick the 6 and bring the cue ball, possibly make the 9 ball, and leave the 6 ball up table.
I like that shot, and that's the kind of
How
kick
many
shots
times
that
when you
we
kick,
have to perfect.
Right. He doesn't have to worry about scratching.
Don't count on it, because we've seen a lot of things happen here. Look at this. He kicked it solid. And that's for
too
sure.
solid.
And Jennifer Barretta with an opportunity once again. Basically just make the 6 ball stay away from getting behind the 8, and she should be okay, or shooting over the 8, and she should be okay. Right. She's not letting her cue ball go. She's going to put some draw on this just to come right back towards the center. Oh, that's a little bit overcooked, but she loved the shot.
Yeah. She beat him to the shot, and she didn't make it. That's a cardinal sin. Although it was a difficult shot.
Somebody says, do it for the game. Says, Tom, my father missed the bowling show 3 times by 1 pin.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I tried to get on there once, and I was 16 years old. I was bowling against grown men. I averaged 106 for 5 strings.
Shooting lefty, huh? Got the whole package.
Yeah, I made it to the finals to get on TV, and I walked in the door, and I had a bowl over 750 just to win, just to get ahead of the guy in the morning round.
Right.
For 5 strings with camera. That's 130 average.
He's got to be careful that he doesn't touch this 9 ball with his shirt.
Yeah, whatever the average.
Sorry to
was.
cut you short, but
That's
this is
that's all right.
he's got to be real careful, because it is a foul unless he stands up and tells Jen.
Yeah, we
that he
are playing
touched it.
pool here.
No, that's okay, Tom. No, I enjoy it, actually, and so do other people. Enjoy the conversation. This is a crucial shot and hard to come
That's
with.
a nice hit.
How'd he hit it?
Beautiful.
Hit it pretty sporty. UK Rob Hart now leads 3-1 over Jennifer Barretta as you see her approach the table with her hands in her sleeves. I guess she feels a little cool in here. I feel pretty comfortable.
Yeah, it's cool out there.
Well, outside, yeah.
Out in the playing area too.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
I'm sitting in the playing area. Where are we? In a different world?
Well, you got the upstate L blood.
Yeah, that's what I try to tell Greg. Yep, you're right. And I try to tell you too with the alligator skin. Yeah, you kind of, I don't know. I get used to it, I guess.
Well, my heart afibrillated, and they've had me on kind of thinning my blood out a little. So I used to be a very warm-blooded person, and lately it's not that way. But if it keeps my heart ticking, I can live with it.
Right.
Oh, he's got a nice break.
The 5-ball got kicked into the bottom left-hand corner.
Oh, look at this.
The 1-ball dresses up like it's ready to go out for dinner. And 1 to the 2, and the 2 to the 3, and then that's key.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of balls sitting pretty close to pockets, yeah. Could have done better there. And he still has a decent shot.
Well, he got a bump, but the bump helped him out a little bit. At least he could hit the rock and stopped it there. He still has a shot. Could have been worse. Both the 7 and the Q could have rolled together, and the Q could have stayed behind the 7. So he's playing safe, though. Smart play.
Wow.
How's the speed?
He's not taking many chances, that's for sure.
How is the speed?
I guess it's all how you feel. Do you feel comfortable shooting that shot?
I don't feel comfortable shooting this one.
No. But I think he could have played the 2 and possibly got out if he made it.
And Steve Kurtz just sending me a message. I just got it across the bulletin.
Well, let's see who wins this battle. It's another safety battle. He's probably going to try to put the cue ball down behind the 7 ball here. 3 and the 7 is blockers. Bring the 2 to the back rail. Oh, he finally made me look smart. Thank God.
Funny things can happen. The 4-ball could go right in the hole.
Yeah, it could. Oh, look at that. You called it out.
Watch the rock here.
Wow.
How about position?
Unbelievable.
It's amazing how those 2 balls come down together and wind up with a shot like that.
Yeah. Well, she made the hit.
She kicked it good.
Yeah. Oh, she hit that nice.
The speed.
Nice speed.
Yeah.
This could be the turning point at Turning Stone. Now, does that make sense?
The turning point
At
Turning Stone. I like that. Has a ring to it.
Thank you.
Diamond. Nice ring. The turning point at the Turning
Stone.
Stone. This could be it. Well, I want to see it close.
Yeah.
Playing it with the inside stuff to spin the cue ball behind the 9. Got to get up there. Nice shot.
Very nice.
Well, I'll tell you, Jennifer doesn't shake. No matter how much pressure she's under, she's not going to shake. She's going to play you, and you're going to have to
She
earn
recently came in 3rd place in a world tournament for women. I mean, there's no reason to shake. Oh, she cinched to 6.
Oh, she on.
Oh, that's a
I
nice
thought
shot.
she overcut it.
That's a nice shot.
Well, you know what? She can make it. She doesn't like it, but she can make it.
Well, the difficulty of this shot is you've got to hit it pretty clean in the pocket to make it. Nice shot.
Beautifully
Very
done.
Nice, very nice shot.
32.
To the old-time straight pool players, that's a hanger.
Yeah, straight pool players, absolutely. That's the shot.
That's the break shot.
32. Hey, we want to just constantly remind you that AccuStats will be bringing you the Derby City Classic, the 17th annual, coming up January 23rd through the 31st. Go to www.accustats.com, just like you see it there, with the hyphen in the middle, and you can get the early bird specials. Get over there. That's the big one coming up. And don't forget, we'll be heading, AZB TV and NYC Grind, that are co-producing this show right here with AZ Billiards. We'll be heading out to Akron, Ohio to bring you Jason Shore versus Johnny Mora. 8-ball, 9-ball, and 10-ball coming up just around the corner. Right back to Jennifer Barretta as she inspects the pack.
So you don't do the Derby City?
No, that's AccuStats. That's Pat Fleming, yeah. Yeah, Pat Fleming. Yeah. Full production, too. He brings down the whole crew.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Good for him.
He does one hell of a job. I mean, you really got to get over there and take a look at it. Don't miss out on it. There's the link right there in the chat, accustats.com. Well, she hit it hard as she can. The 8-ball finds the side
she
pocket.
hit a bunch of them.
The 1-ball found the upper left-hand corner, and she shot. She's faced with a tester shot right here. Now, even if she makes this 2-ball, I'm not sure if the 3 goes by the 5. So she might be better off playing safe. Just bank the 2 back up table and bring the cue ball behind the 9-7 with some spin, if she can. But, you know, she's getting aggressive. I think she's going for the shot. See the 3-5? So even if she makes this,
nice
now
shot.
what do you got?
Very nice shot.
Does it go? It's a great shot. Does it go? No, I don't believe it goes. She's going to have to play the 3-5 combination. Now you got to control the cue ball and the 3-ball, even if you make the 5. It's time to settle down, take a third look at this, and surmise where your cue ball is going to be. She's hitting it good with the draw. And slow roll it. Not too hard.
Oh.
Well, if she would have made it, she would have had a shot, but didn't happen. Okay, 7-ball does go. Every ball has a pocket. It's a matter of navigating your way around this table.
If the 5 were closer to the 3, he could use the 5. But I don't think he can use it. Ah, he hit it nice. Did he overhit it? No. Oh, where'd that come from?
Don't worry about it. You're all good.
That's a nice shot, nice touch, good position. Yeah, switch hitter. He's going to try to spin off the back rail, it looks like. And, more indecision. He's got to make sure he doesn't try to get the cue ball to go to a place it can't get to and not make the shot. He's got to make the shot and hope bring the cue ball there. Very nice. Well struck. It's a huge advantage, folks, if you can learn to play with each hand. It eliminates the bridge. He underhit that shot. They're using extensions in this tournament now. So
They can use an extension, yes.
It's okay to use an extension, but you can't use a jump cue.
Correct.
Kind of offsets each other.
Well, the problem with that is
why not play with the bridge? You know, if you can't jump over them, why should you be able to pull out a pogo stick, you know, and add 14 inches to your cue?
Well, it's just one of the rules.
I know.
That they had, so.
Oh, you went for the combo.
It's been implemented. It's been working. It's always 128 players. In fact, the next one, they already have a contract with the Turning Stone for another 25,000. August 20th through the 23rd. August 20th through the 23rd is the next Turning Stone Casino 24. Put that on your calendar.
That's me. Oh, nice shot. It's going to be 3-3 now, it looks like.
Yep. I want this match to be close. I want it to go right down to the wire.
But we got to stay under the time limit.
Well, if we go past the time limit, that's all good as long as it's close to, like, Hill. There's nothing wrong with that. Right. The Fox is going to get the coffee. Al Fox, Mr. Salem himself. Jennifer Barretta set the break. Game 7. The match is tied at 3 apiece.
Oh, she stopped the cue ball. Nice that time.
5 ball right into the side pocket. I like the safety play here.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, I like tucking the cue ball behind the 2-7 area and just bringing the 1 back down here.
Yeah, if she draws the cue ball into the 2 ball, it should stop behind the 7 ball. She could either even thin the 1 ball here too, but I like the way you said it. Hit the 1 kind of full, but I don't think she's doing that. She's going to thin it, I believe.
Yeah, but the 2 ball is no reward. Oh, she thinned it to the other side.
Yeah, she used the 6 ball. She's coming down close to the 4. That's a
6 ball is huge.
It looks like he can get a piece of this ball. Yeah, he overcut it, but he didn't sell out anyway. Now, which way will she play the safety this time? Probably the same way she just played the last one. She's got an awkward bridge. That's better. Oh, what a nice shot. Oh, she cut that real thin. That's a great shot. I admire people that can use the bridge. Oh, kicked a 2 in the side pocket. Hello.
Things happen.
Yes, and hung the 1 for himself. Pays to hit him, Al.
Yeah, well, he's got to stay calm now, and he's got the table right in his hands. All he has to do is keep his opponent in her seat and stay at the table.
The last few shots, Rob, his name is, right?
Rob Hart, yeah.
Yes, he's done a nice job bringing the cue ball back to the center of the table. A lot of good things can happen for you when you've got the cue ball close to the center of the table.
Sorry, Tom, just doing some updates on the
That's
side
all right.
here.
That's quite all right, Al.
Getting Twitter all done, and I'll be with you in 2 seconds.
The
Sorry,
hardest
folks.
working man in pool,
Yeah,
Al Leon.
not really. It's all touch.
No, you
all
do a
finger
great
pull.
job here, Al.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Just want to get the Twitter all up to date.
I don't know how you remember to do all this stuff.
Don't ask. I don't even know. What time is it anyway? I just want to get the word out there. That's
Yeah,
all. Let everybody know.
I
what's
try to
happening.
share everything you send my way, Al.
I do. I see that.
I try to
Believe me.
share
And,
it.
and sometimes when I don't get back to you, and most of the time I'll get back to you and say thank you for sharing.
Yes,
and stuff.
you do.
If I don't get back to you, I really apologize. Sometimes I'm exhausted at night,
Oh, that's quite all right.
but I
understand.
really like getting back to people and saying thank you. I think that's the least I can do.
I think we should have Times Square, that big bulletin board up,
That would be nice.
Joss 99,
All right. Anyway, Rob
Northeast
Hart.
9-ball tournament.
He breaks the. Yeah, I like that. I'd like to put it right across the banner of ESPN on the bottom. Or
There you go.
some other. I think. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if there is. Maybe Rob wanted to take a timeout or something. There is no timeouts. How about that?
No, there's just a
Mike
quick,
Zuglin said.
bathroom break.
Mike Zuglin said, "Go to the bathroom if you have to. Only in emergency purposes can you take a break. It's only a 2-hour match. That should take you about an hour and a half to finish," he said. And no breaks.
Well, sometimes when people aren't breaking balls in, when there's a lot of safety plays, and it's a real tight match, it can run over 2 hours. We don't want it to, but it can. And
Okay, as Mr. Tony Fox, the professional photographer here, needs some of his gear, Tom's going to help him out. Thank you, Mr. Al Salem. And I'm going to let Tom take over for a second. So we're going to get Al Salem, the Fox, wired up. Well, maybe. Oh, he just wants to sit there. Oh, okay. He's just going to sit there and keep us company. Thank you for the cafe. I'm good. I'm with you. I'm sorry. I got you on now, Tom.
now it's now 4-3, Rob Hart. Jennifer is playing a lot of safes in this match, and that's because Rob isn't leaving much. She's going to try to move the one ball over behind the 2 ball and bring the cue ball down table. Let's see how she does. Oh, nice. Very smart play there using
Great speed.
using the inside English to.
How's that? playing some great music in the background.
Yes, they are. Yeah. I think Jennifer's gonna. I don't know. A philosophy I have about something like this is it's a difficult safe, it's a difficult shot. Are you better off playing the shot or the safe?
Yeah, she's got the opportunities to bank the one ball down here towards the 9 area. It's kind of scary because she might leave some kind of a carom. And what she's thinking about is making this one ball in the top left-hand corner. What she's actually thinking about is either the cue ball ticking off the 8 into the scratch, and that's why she's going to elect to draw it now instead of following like she initially was going to. But to get up and reset herself like that is perfect. Perfect concentration. Fundamentals, perfect. She didn't make it, but the fundamentals were perfect.
And she left nothing. Now that was kind of a free shot she had there, the way she played it. Very wise decision. Oh, nice shot. Look out, he's going to scratch it. That ain't fair. This game it's not nice to you sometimes.
Well, you know, some photographers blame the pitches on the camera. You know, when things happen like that, there's only one person to blame.
Well, it's hard to foresee that.
Well, don't say that to Boosty or Efren or Colo or CJ, because they'll tell you that, or Johnny, they'll tell you that you can see it. Play the yards. You know, that kicking game is strong. It's a big game when you can start playing the kicks where you want it to play. You know?
Tell me about it. Yeah, that's a huge advantage. But to cut that one ball in like that and just skim the 2 and end up in the pocket.
Yeah.
I'll give him 100 tries. He might do it 4 more times at the most. At the most. Jennifer could have used a little better angle here. I think she should follow to the back rail. And let's see how she plays it. A lot of this game is personal preference, folks, and I like to follow the cue ball. Nice shot.
That'll work.
She's got a narrow opening to get that 6 ball past the 8 ball.
Oh, it goes.
Yep.
Even if it had wings, it'll go in there.
Oh, yeah.
Just a matter of hitting it good.
It's just picturing no 8 ball there. Just shoot it right up the rail. Easier said than done. Oh, she nudged it and still got it. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's all I can say is wow.
That was a fortunate. Now he got a bad roll by a kiss, and she got a good roll.
Yeah. Well, it's the way the ball rolls.
That's right.
Forget about bouncing. Okay, this should be 101 basics. Watch the points on these side pockets for you. They will send that cue ball back up table.
The person I was playing earlier ended up snuck it on the side rail. He didn't deserve it. It was one of the
few. You did have a match already?
Yes, I did.
How'd you make out?
I managed to win.
Well, you see, I knew that Tom was coming on board for that. He loves promoting himself. Watch that cue ball angle here. It's good. 44. That's where we're at.
I'd be up in my room crying if I lost that.
As Jennifer Barretta puts another beat up. 4-4.
I take my losses. After about 4 minutes, I get over it. But for 4 minutes, don't even talk.
Vanilla Funk from the mountains. Kawaka says a while ago. You want to follow Upstate Al? It's Livestream News 1 on Twitter. You'll see my name also on the account. It's Livestream News 1. Of course, those numbers, you can't go by those numbers. It's a lot more than that. It's just that's one of the old photos I took of it. Livestream News 1. Thank you for all of that. I want to give a big shout out to Josh Hughes, of course. Universe Clothing jumping on board. That's right. It's universeclothing.com. You talk about apparel, universeclothing.com.
Where are they located now?
They are located at universeclothing.com. You can get on there and you
it's
can
an
order whatever you
internet
want.
company?
Yeah, clothing company, Johnny Archer.
Oh, okay. All right.
A lot of the crew.
I'm lucky
Rodney
I
Morris.
can turn on the computer, move the mouse, and click. That's my highlight.
4-4, Jennifer Barretta set to break.
Jennifer is using something to help her break cue stay straight. I don't know what they call those things. It looks like a roll of dimes to me. But she has a
What,
nice,
the sleeves, I mean?
Yes, a nice colorful one. Too.
Yeah.
Matches her outfit.
There is actually a new company coming out with a product. And in fact, the product is out already. I'm just waiting for a response from Iggy. And when I get the go-ahead, we'll go ahead and start promoting that company also. A lot of people coming out with some nice stuff for pool and billiards.
Wow, nice cut.
That's
nice
the kind
shot.
of shots you come with when it's 4-4.
Yeah. Well, it was worth playing because if he didn't make it, if it spit out of the pocket, he wasn't going to leave much. And he can win the game if he made it, so it's a worthwhile shot.
Well, we're almost 1 hour into this match. We played 8 games.
In the first game, they broke it in. And the second game was a run-up, so it slowed its pace down a little bit since then.
He got fortunate there that the 5 didn't roll in front of the cue ball, and he still has a shot on the 3. But he stroked the cue ball real well to get it back there.
Well, he can't get every bad roll in the book, you know. He's got to get a few going his way.
You're absolutely right. And when you start playing good, you get the good rolls.
Don't you?
It's okay. You can go forward with this or just elect to draw the cue ball out.
No, again, it's perfect personal preference.
He's going forward.
To me, that's the smarter play. But let the cue ball go the way it wants to go. It wants to go forward.
Right.
Let it go. He's probably going to play for the 6 in the side here. Back rail, side rail, 6 in the side to bring his cue ball over for the 7. Either that or go back rail, side rail, shoot the 6 in the left-hand corner pocket and bring the cue ball to the 7 ball that way. Let's see what he prefers to do. He played for the side. Getting on the 7 is going to be a little challenging here. I'm going to go to the back rails, back rails. Oh, he's...
That is a crucial error when it's 4-4 and you leave 3 balls on the table for your opponent.
I'm not sure what he was thinking on that shot. The English he used, I'm guessing he was trying to get to the back rail and go back around the table that way. Here's another, to me, another good decision by Jennifer.
Get high up on the 8.
Yeah.
So you can just float down.
And follow the first shot you get with ball in hand. Now we got a new leader here. It looks like.
Yeah, with the sinking of this 9 ball, we will have a new leader. Jennifer Barretta now leads 5-4 for Rob Hart. I'm Upstate Al of AZB TV, and we're sitting in the booth alongside the legendary writer.
All right.
Mr. Tom McGonigal. And we want to give a big shout out to azbilliards.com. If you're not a member of azbilliards.com, we suggest you go over there. Just about any information that you want to find out about pool and billiards can be found on the world's largest website for pool and billiards, azbilliards.com. And of course, the world's largest supplier of billiards cloth, Simonis, along with Aramith balls, the world's best balls that I think ought to be played with. Aramith.
Yeah, these balls really play nice.
Yeah, the Kings of Vapor and also the Kings of Billiards in Akron, Ohio, along with the TAP League, the best amateur league in North America. Talking about the Kings of Vapor and the Kings of Billiards, we're going to be heading up there to bring you this match right here. It's right around the corner, January 16th, 17th, and 18th. 8.5-hour ride for Upstater, but we'll be heading out there. And this is a co-production between AZBTV and NYC Grind. Back to the action as Jennifer Barretta inspects the pack and says we're ready to roll. Let's do it.
Now she's changing where she's breaking from. If you're not breaking balls in from where you hit 4 or 5 racks, it might be time for a change.
Well, she planted the cue ball on one of the racks prior to this one, so let's see what she does here. She plants the cue ball again. 2 ball looked like it was going to go in. And comes up dry, kicks the one out for a wide open shot for Rob Hart. Thank you, Diana. For those of you that don't know Diana Hoppy, she is in there. Her screen name is Pool Picks by Hoppy. If you have any questions or if you want to order any of the DVDs, and I suggest you get them, the Earl Strickland Road Stories 2, also right here, the newest one out, the Road Scholars 2, the final chapter. Diana Hoppy has them ready. She's the young lady in the chat. That's her right there, dead center of your screen right now with the peace sign. She's in the chat. You can ask her anything. All her information is right there. Earl is the man. Earl is the genius behind this game.
Yeah, Rob is he's faced with the challenge of getting from the 3 to the 4 to the 5, and he's really taken his time here to make sure he gets where he wants to get. He's got on the 3, and
hey, Kickin' Chicken.
if he goes in kicking chicken there?
Yeah, he's saying hello to Upstate and Tom McGonigal.
Ask him if any of the frames of his pitches are broken anymore.
Has he broken any more frames with pitches in them?
Yeah. Well,
I guess he's going to get a kick at it. The cue
ball was leaving the table once. I gave him a lesson, and it was shattering a few pitches.
There's Diana Hoppy's number right there.
He didn't run out of pitches anyway, but great guy, great guy.
Mr. Ron Mason, now in the chat. He is the gentleman that owns Gotham City Technologies. Ron Mason in there. You got any problems with any kind of software or firmware, whether it be for your PC or cell phone? GothamCityTechnologies.com, and we'll flash that graphic as soon as we can, as Jennifer would give us a second. She says, go ahead, Al, why don't you take care of that right now, and then get back to the match with me, as I'm going to surmise kicking into this ball.
It's a tough kick, very tough. What Rob did here in this rack, he played it the way it laid out. He got to a point where he couldn't make the shot, so he played a good safety. And
he's a pretty good player. I like 40's play.
Not only what the point I'm trying to make here.
Yeah.
Not everyone runs out. Great players don't always run out.
That's right. If they don't see the door wide open.
Right. They run to the place where they can play the best safe if that's what's required, and that's what they do. Don't think you have to run every rack out to be considered a very good player.
Now, don't watch Jason Shaw, because he runs everything out.
Well, there are people that are capable of doing that.
Yes, and one of them is in the background shooting there, Brandon Shove. there's a.
But when things don't go
yeah,
your
but
way,
everybody understands what you mean.
there's
sure.
nothing wrong with running 4 balls and playing safe, a very
Right.
good safe. There's nothing wrong with running 2 balls, 1 ball, whatever the table dictates.
Right.
Sometimes that's what you have to do.
Yes.
And there's nothing more frustrating to an opponent than when they come to the table, there's nothing there.
And what we call ducking, if
Consistently,
you can't get out, what we call ducking is actually just playing safe.
Right.
Or as they would say
Playing
in Europe,
smart.
snooker.
Playing smart.
Yeah, sure. Well, smart, yeah. But you might hear us say duck, and we're not talking about an animal.
Oh,
duck.
no. Oh,
we're
no.
actually talking about hiding the cue ball from the next object ball in line.
Okay.
Because there are some people out there that are newcomers, and we welcome them aboard.
Absolutely. He's in great shape. He should finish this rack.
Billiards 99 is Darren Myers on board.
Nice shot.
Well, you know what? He got a little funny here, Tom.
Yeah,
He's going to have to drag the cue ball now.
A half a hair shot.
And lefty.
Yes. He doesn't hesitate to shoot opposite hand. So he's probably adept at it.
He dragged it. That was nice. Well, looks like we're going to go back up to 55 miles an hour instead of 54. Rob Hart says, good, put it up. 55 now, we're staying alive.
There you go.
I'm trying to find out that information that Diana sent me, and I'm going to need a split second here.
I had a question earlier I wanted to ask. What year did AZ Billiards coming to existence? You know? Any idea?
Come into existence?
Yeah.
There is a gentleman right up there in the stands there. His name is Mike Howerton with the white cap. See him?
Yes, I do.
He can give you all the official
okay.
dates on that. Okay, I'm searching out what Diana Hoppy wants to do here. Okay, coming over to you, Diana, on Facebook. All right, this is what I got from Diana Hoppy. Okay, she says she's going to send me a 13 by 19 picture printed with Earl's signature.
Oh, scratching the
and
side.
the new Rhodes Scholars 2, the final chapter. Well, you know what happens when folks send me product. When folks send upstate product, I don't turn around and sell it. So what I'm going to elect to do is I think Jerry Tarantola's coming tonight. So on Saturday, we're going to put into a drawing of the people that are signed into the chat into a generator, and somebody's going to win a 13 by 19 picture of Earl, printed picture of Earl with Earl's signature, and Diana's sending me the Rhodes Stories, the Rhodes Scholars 2, which I never saw yet. So we're going to give that away too. How about that? So we're going to give 2 prizes away on Saturday. We'll let Jerry Tarantola put all these names that are going to be signed into the chat, and somebody will be winning those, and Diana will ship them to me, and I'll ship them out to you guys. So you can pass the word along. And I never even saw the Scholars Part 2 yet, but that's okay. And I just got another PM from her, and I'll pass that along, Diana, and we thank you for all your support. She also is going to send some more product, so we're actually going to elect to give away some more product, and we'll release that further on in the tournament. Thank you, Diana. And now I'm getting a PM from Luca up in Canada. Hey, up, Have any idea what would be the next 2 live stream matches? Yes, I do. In fact, I'll flash it on the screen. The very next one coming up after this is going to be Johnny Archer, the Scorpion, versus Kevin Guimond, 8 p.m. That's the next matchup. As Jennifer Barretta has deep concentration on this 3-ball. Hits it well, real well. Sorry about the camera angles. I wasn't paying attention. I should be. So that's the next one up, Johnny Archer and Kevin Guimond. And then we have Mike DeShane versus Eric. And excuse me, what's his last name? How's that pronunciation again? Forget about the HJ. I think it's Lomenhoffen, something like that, from Canada. He's like the number 2 Canadian player.
Wow. That should be a great match.
And that's coming up at 10. And I'll get the correct pronunciation of that name.
Yuri. That's his first name, right?
His first name is Eric.
Eric.
That's just his last name.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so Tom's a writer.
We're going to call him Alphabet. Wow. HJORIEFEIFSON.
Okay, so Diana says I can give her the information, and she can ship it from there. And the Scholars isn't out in public. Okay. All right. So I stand corrected. With some of that information, I'll get it verified, and I don't know. I'm jumping the gun. I'm just excited here with this tournament. We'll get back to you, Diana. Thank you. You know something? Somebody in the chat mentioned Alaska. Kawaka mentioned Alaska. Alaska, Sean Morgan is on premises. That I know. I can also see Michael Yetnick down there. Also from Amsterdam Billiards. Breaking down his cue. It looks like he's won his match, but you can find out on azbilliards.com. We're right on the front page under the Turning Stone Casino Live.
Well, Jennifer's moved on to the 9-ball here. The way she's played this rack, I would expect her to make this.
Okay, I have to stand corrected, folks. I don't believe the Rhodes Scholars 2 is actually public yet. And Jennifer Barretta goes up 6-5. But I'll tell you one thing, whatever Diana sends me, we will give away in a generated contest for free. You don't have to do anything. Just be in the chat, and we'll have Jerry Tarantola pick out the names in the generator.
It's awful generous of you, Al.
Well, you know something? Listen, it's also very generous of Diana Hoppy, who's producing
absolutely,
all of this.
Yeah, absolutely.
And anybody else that gives us product, and we've been given product from Kamui, and you name it, we elect to do it and give it away. So I think it's fair. And you know what? A lot of the viewers that sign on to your stream are loyal, you know what I mean? They like pool, so why not? You know, if somebody has an opportunity to win something and we could do it and right down the line, why not? It's all fun, and we got to thank the people that actually put the product out there. And that young lady happens to be right in the chat.
Well, Jennifer's
Pool
gone
picks
away from
by
her
Hoppy.
product that helps her break.
She's planting the rock. That time it rolls off. The 4 goes in the corner. The 5's going in the side. The 6 goes in the corner. Hello. Look at this table. Now, you know, prior to this, she wasn't making a ball, but this time here, she made 3. Now, the stretch to back cut this, really, I don't think it's going to be an option of a shot. I think she's going to elect to play safe. She can actually roll out here, too. She doesn't have to play the shot or play a safe right here.
I think she's going to cut it in.
She's going to back cut this, yeah?
Yes, absolutely.
Tom being aggressive here.
Oh, wait a minute.
Tom shoots pretty good for somebody else's cash, let me tell you.
I just changed my mind. No, she's playing safe. Nice shot. coming down behind the 2 and 3.
Yeah, it's good safety.
But she left a good part of the 1 ball. No, I thought the way she played a shot earlier, she cut a ball real thin with the bridge, and I thought she might attempt to do the same thing.
Right.
But again, a tight shot. Why sell out when you know? Let's see what your opponent can do with a difficult lead.
Oh, okay, I got a pronunciation of the name here. It's pronounced Eric Horlifson. H-O-O-R, Horlifson. Eric Horlifson. I need practice.
Wow.
Horlifson. All right. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. So that's the match coming up at 10 o'clock. Mike DeShane versus the number 2 in Canada, Eric Horlifson. Al can't pronounce sure. Forget about it. Gravy, you're absolutely right.
Wow.
You
It only took him 3 years to get my name.
You asked me about pronouncing beef or some kind of steak, I'm right on it.
Let's see if Jennifer's strategy pays off here. She's got a very nice shot to start out here. Getting on the 2. The 2 is difficult because
she could swing. She can swing between the 3-7 if she wants. See the way she's looking now? If she can get behind the 9, the cue ball will come out right behind the 3-7.
if she wants to draw it way over, she can play the 2 in the side. If she doesn't choose to do that, she can play the 2 in the corner pocket. Let's see what happens.
Okay, Jared, I'll check in a minute right now. I got the 2 monitors. I got the 3rd monitor. So you got to get between the 3-7. You can't go long. You go long, you go wrong.
You might have got a fortunate bounce there.
What a shame.
No, I don't think
It was
the
a
2,
nice
the 2
attempt.
doesn't go in the side. Or does it?
If it does, then it's great.
No,
Is she playing this 2-3 combination?
she's playing safe.
Well, thank you, AT&T. Just sent me a nice message.
Wow.
Nice. Thank you. I like when they add things to your account at no cost.
Oh, it's great.
Beautiful.
So I think we got a hill here. What do you think?
I'm sorry, I was get caught up reading the chat there. Is it going to go hill? It's a race to 9.
I know.
It has every ingredient of
Yes,
going
it does.
hill.
Yes, it does.
Absolutely. Do I want to see hill? Absolutely. I don't want it to run over the clock, but we'll see what happens. Both players are playing a little under their speed, and both are deliberate players, so it's going to take a little longer.
Nice shot. Oh, he just missed it. Just caught the edge of the pocket. Well, maybe it won't go hill. Wow.
What's up, Mr. Kurtz? Nice to see you.
Sometimes when you look at a shot, it isn't that difficult. The longer you look at it, the harder it gets.
That's an unforced error, though.
Yes,
That
absolutely.
ball was
Absolutely.
makeable. You let your opponent back in it. You know, it's a big game, 7-5. Now you're looking at 6-6. That is a big game right there.
Absolutely.
And just as you seen Jennifer miss that, Rob was at the table before the cue ball stopped. He couldn't believe it. And the skid comes into effect. It's now 66.
Route 66, as Al would like to say.
Route 66. Absolutely right.
So if you had to take a wild guess, Al, how many hours of pool have you broadcast?
Don't ask.
Just a wild guess.
Don't ask.
Hundreds of thousands?
No, I wouldn't say hundreds of thousands. No, hundreds of thousands would make me about 100 years old.
Well,
you know, I'm only 69.
That's all.
It might be 6,900. Well, I'll tell you what, I got a lot of files.
Oh.
I hate to sit down with a calculator and start adding everything up.
Oh.
But I can. If I'll fall asleep before I finish, I don't know.
Well, another scratch in the bag. And the easy 3-9 combination.
Yeah, that'll be a quick game. And,
Yeah.
and, you know, and now look at this. This could be the turnaround of the match. Now, when you talk about this could be the turning point at the Turning Stone, this can be it. The 2 is a little difficult to get to. I like playing, you know, between the 5-6 and using that big window. I don't like playing the inside of that 5 ball.
I don't like the way she's positioning the cue ball, to be honest.
Well, she's playing the inside of the 5 ball, I think. I
No,
don't like it.
no,
Yeah, I
no,
think
no,
so. She's got to watch the side.
You know,
She's got to watch the side pocket.
just
I
coming
like
down.
playing it right in here, between the 5-6.
yeah, that's where she's coming.
I hope so.
But it's easier to go to the other reel.
Did she get there?
Yeah, she's fine.
That's what everybody says.
The shot was fine, Al.
The shot was, no, that's what I mean. That's what everybody says. Everybody says the same thing. It's a good shot. You know, that's just me with the sarcasm. Jennifer is easy on the eyes and married to a good friend of mine. Okay, 3-9 combination. This is a big game.
Get up there and shoot it like you're going to make it.
Yes. The thing is, this is the pocket she missed the
Yeah,
second.
absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
She wants to double and triple check this. Checking this like Bobby Orr.
Yep.
There you have it. Jennifer Barretta now goes up by 1. It's 7-6. Let me change the font on that race to make that font a little bit.
Yeah, Rob scratched twice on the break, I believe, this set. At least twice, and it's cost him both times.
Change that a little bit bigger here. There you go.
Yeah, somebody just won a match. Made a nice shot to win a game. I'd say there's maybe 200 people here watching. Wish there were more.
Feels like it's getting kind of cool in here,
Yeah,
Tom.
yeah.
Whether they're compensating for the amount of people that are breathing in here or not, I wish they would turn the heat up a little bit. Is there any way we can pay a couple extra dollars? We'll put it on your account. We'll put it on your room account. We'll just sign the check.
Well,
Shouldn't
I've been cold all week. So.
Shouldn't be no more than about 10,000 an
It's
hour.
only 6 below zero outside.
Yeah, if we were lucky.
Yeah.
Last time
Considering what it's like outside, it's not that cold inside.
Okay, JB, set the break.
But it is a spacious arena. And
Into game 14 we go.
it's a beautiful arena.
We'd like to welcome everybody aboard and everybody viewing, whether you signed in or not. We want to say Happy New Year and thank you for sharing the stream on social media, Tom.
I have a couple of people I'd like to recognize. I'm pretty sure they're watching. Steve Roy.
Steve Roy?
Good friend of mine.
Okay.
And Howie Meltz.
Howie Mandel, you said?
Howard Meltz.
Oh, with all these actors and comedians' names on.
Yeah.
Howie Meltz.
Yeah. I used to say he melts in the A's and not in the B's.
All right. All right.
School, he's a good friend, so I can talk to him
friend
that
from
way.
School?
He's a very good pool player, excellent pool player.
Okay. Well, where is he?
He's at home watching.
And he's not here? Shame on him. Don't tell me he had to work.
No, he's retired.
Oh, okay. He's retired. Well, hello to Howie.
Yep.
Jennifer Barretta getting up on the table. She's got that iPad or iPhone in the back of her pocket there. She's got to be real careful. That's how they crack screens. Okay, Foxy Blue. Thank you.
Oh, she's listening to her iPhone. She has.
Whether she's listening to it, you know, sometimes my son walks around with earphones in, and she's got nothing on.
Nothing at all.
Nothing on. Nothing at all.
Oh.
And that's because the phone went dead. No more battery left from him listening to it all day long. He just forgets he has the earphones in.
I'll tell you, I play with a headset. I'm listening to music, and when I don't have it in, I feel naked.
I don't like them.
What's wrong?
I don't like them.
I love it.
I don't think it's professional looking. I really don't. And I don't mock anybody for it. That's my personal opinion.
Well, unfortunately, I hear too many things in the pool room.
That's good. You got to get used to it because as you get more professional, you're going to hear more as you play in bigger events.
I don't want to hear them.
Well, you know, you got to get seasoned.
I listen.
That's the problem. You listen.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, the gangster used to go to meditation.
Yes.
You know, and he did that quite often. And anybody that knows Kinky, at the time, he would joke with you all the time, have great conversations with you. But when he was at the table, he was in that zone, and that was that zone that he was capable of putting on and off when he needed to. Mm-hmm. And it was a lot of it had to do with meditation. I don't know what it entails. Do you have any idea what that entails? Is that
no, I've never. When I was a kid, when I was younger, a bomb could go off and it wouldn't have bothered me. No. But as I got older and your nerves start getting a little edgy, and you're not playing as well as you'd like to be playing, you hear stupid things.
Okay.
And you listen to stupid things, and then you become stupid.
Okay.
And you make mistakes. So if I can eliminate it, then I like playing with a headset on. I like listening to music, good music. Some of the rooms are. It's not good.
And what happens when your opponent says, "Hold on, I want to call a referee"?
I take my headphone off.
Oh, you do hear them?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so you don't have it at a high volume. Okay.
I can hear.
Gotcha.
No, I wouldn't block. You know, to me that's not the right thing to do. If people start talking to me, my opponent, I take my headset off.
Right.
And I recognize and I agree, you know, or disagree with what he's saying.
Right. Gotcha. Yep. Well, that's good to know. I still don't agree with him. In fact, the ruling is, I believe we looked it up with the BCA, is no head gear at all.
Yeah, they won't let us. Yeah.
All right, that's a pretty good save right there. You know, she cut that one rail kick off behind the 9. He can two rail kick behind it, but she cut the one rail angle off by hiding the cue ball behind the 9. So this makes it a little more difficult for Rob. Not impossible, but a little more difficult. And it's a smart shot.
If he hits this, he could potentially save Jennifer with the 6 and 7. Shoot the 3. Is that the 3 or the 4? It's hard to tell with the
TV ball. That's the 4 ball.
That's
How about kicking it almost into the side pocket and using the 8? She's got a shot. Jennifer Barretta leads here 7-6 with an opportunity to go on the hill if she can get out.
It's a nice two-way shot she had, too.
You see Jen raise a hand in a way to say, I'm sorry, Rob, I got to roll there, as the cue ball is behind the 9. And she was only sorry until she got back to her seat. Because we all know you feel good about hiding that cue ball, especially when you have the chance to go to the hill if your opponent doesn't hit it.
He should hit this coming off the side rail, back rail. I don't think the cue can go through. The cue ball could go through that area.
This is a makeable combination. Jen's going to take a look. I don't like the way she took just 1 second to look at it. I'd like to see her look at it again, but it must be pretty close to being right on if she only took a split second to look at that. Sure was.
She's going to... Wow.
Close to her work.
I think that caught the seam of the... are these one-piece slates?
Yes.
So it didn't catch the seam. I think she got a pretty...
Oh, the way the cue ball went back and forth like that?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
You know, to be honest with you, I'm not really sure if it's a one-piece slate. I would imagine they are. I'm not sure, though. We can ask Paul. He's up at the front. He's on duty just in case anything does happen to the tables. I answered your question rapidly, very quick. But I believe they are. Most of the tables Diamond brings in on one piece. Because by traveling with them, you know, in the trailer and stuff, you can actually jaw them apart, you know.
Yep.
These tables are heading down to Derby City Classic after
Yeah,
this.
I assume that.
Yeah.
Their pay, they have their coin op.
Yes.
Evidently, they pay for each game at the Derby City.
In fact, we're using the Mesa ball
Uh-huh.
for the simple reason that the regular cue ball for the set will return at the opposite end of the table. So now all the balls return at the ball box. So the Mesa ball, wow, look at this. She played this shot great. Watch the rock. Whoa, baby. That was close.
Well, she shot about 4 combinations this set, and she's made every one of them. So
Red AC Henry says all diamonds are. I don't know if that's referring to one-piece slate.
I know the 7-foot is it. That's a nice shot. She let her stroke out there.
Well, Jennifer to the hill. There she goes, 8-6. Don't count this young lady out by far. Gravy Davy says, when Jennifer walks into the room, she gets everyone's attention.
Well,
She talks like E.F. Hutton.
She was pretty cold. She put on another layer of clothing.
In fact, there's Paul from Diamond right there.
Oh, the gentleman right over there.
Hey, Paul, 1 second. All right, we're going to have Paul come over briefly and fill us in with some information. We'll ask the question, are there any diamonds that, or are all diamond tables one piece? And fill us in a little bit. I don't have my other headset. Well, you know what? I do have another headset. Stand by, Tom. You call this as the 9-ball goes into the side pocket for the win.
You think it will?
Watch it.
Wow.
Hold on.
Here we go.
Cue ball planted. Watch the Nina.
Ooh.
2-9.
Almost a corner.
Watch out. 2-9.
Wow.
Here it comes.
Wow, Al's excited.
I was going to step out and get the other headset.
Go ahead.
This way we can get Paul from Diamond in here.
Yeah, she's got a nice layout here. Nice starting shot. come across table for the 2-ball. The three's dead. She made the 3 on the break.
Keep them company, Tom. I'll be right back.
Okay.
2 secs.
I'm here, Al. She's going to shoot the 2 into the right-hand corner pocket. She can stop it, follow it ever so slightly. The 4 is on the left-hand side, lower left-hand side of the table here. I would say if she makes this and gets on the 4, it could be game time. She knows the importance of the shot. She's taking a little extra time. Oh, she didn't make it, folks. And she's left the shot at the 2-ball. Again, every time Jennifer seems to take a little extra time, she doesn't make the shot. So maybe she needs to get herself in the same rhythm on every shot. But it's easier said than done. I would say it's obviously it's imperative that Rob wins this rack or the match is over.
Here, let me get in here where I can sit down.
Oh, that's a nice shot. Come clean past the 9. 4 in the left-hand corner. He's overhit the shot, I think. No,
All right, we have Paul in the booth. You know Paul, he's been traveling the country with diamond tables. Quick question, Paul.
Yes, sir.
Are all diamonds one-piece slates, or are there other tables that Diamond has that are a 3-piece or 2-piece or whatever?
We make 1-piece and 3-piece slate tables.
You do?
Yes.
And what are these tables that we're looking at?
These are all 1-piece slate tables.
And
all of our tournament tables are, because we can deliver them to the event fully assembled.
Right, without jarring apart during travel, I would imagine, right?
Yeah,
Taking
well,
abuse.
they're on dollies on their side, so it facilitates getting the tables in really fast. These tables were unloaded and down, and everything except leveling was done in 5 hours with 16 tables.
I explained that to everybody, and I was mentioning the process of you balancing these tables was like, tedious, but you love what you do, and you take your time, and you're not going to leave the table until it's right,
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Each one of them's different, so you just got to do whatever is necessary to get it right.
Right.
And here we get so much help from the event center people that it frees me up to spend a lot of extra time getting the tables as good as I can get them, which is nice. Most of the time I end up doing a lot of the other work up front, and I don't have as much time at the end to level a table, so this event is one of my favorite.
Yeah, you really do. And then right after this, you're heading to Derby City, right? You're
Yes.
heading down to Derby City Classic, which AccuStats will be bringing to the live stream, folks. Make sure you go to AccuStats.com and check out Pat Fleming and the whole crew with a full production as Mr. Rob Hart. I don't know if you know this, gentlemen. You know Kevin Hart, the famous comedian?
Now, Rob and I are good friends.
Oh, you know Rob.
Yeah,
Okay.
he comes to a lot of events.
So you know 40.
Yes.
All right, good. All right.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah, he is. He sure is.
And he's been coming to a lot of events, and he's one of those real competitive people that he's new to pool, but he wants to be good so bad that he's worked really hard, and every time I see him, he gets better and better.
Yeah, he's got nice focus. He's got a good approach to the table, and he keeps his calm.
Well, he was a world champion video game player.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
A world champion video
one of the
game
best,
player.
the best in the entire world, yes.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, how do you become a world champion video player?
Well, yeah.
You got to enter.
Yeah, I guess there's contest out there, yeah.
Well, they have tournaments just like pool, and they're worldwide, and they're big, and the money's really big.
I guess all online, huh?
Some of it's online, some of it's like in a big
Convention
arena like
center.
this, and it's a tournament where they compete against each other directly face to face.
Wow.
You have to ask him about it sometime. It's really kind of
Yeah.
interesting.
I really would like to ask him about it. In fact, we might have him in the booth when he gets a chance. Hopefully he doesn't. He just keeps processing, playing games, and, pool, not video games.
But
And
see, that's
This is
but
a
that's where
video
his competitive nature comes from.
It's a video game.
Yeah, that's
in a
what
way.
this is.
Pool is.
Yeah. Well, he has that focus too. That's really important because the mental part of pool is the majority of it, and he's got that concentration and focus from the
Diana
videos.
Hoppy saying hi to you, Paul.
Hey,
She's in the
Diana.
chat. Yeah.
She's my favorite.
She sure is everybody's favorite. I got news for you.
Yeah.
And she's coming out with all the DVDs, the Earl Strickland Road Stories.
Oh,
and,
yeah. She sent
and
me one of them
the
right before
yeah,
Christmas. It was really great.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
She's a sweetie pie, and
Yeah.
she's actually sending a couple so we can give away to some of our chatters in the chat room. As
That's
the
great.
gift. Yeah, yeah. She's doing a lot.
I hope
Still
she comes.
doing
I hope she comes to the Derby because she takes lots of great pictures.
it. Sure does. In fact, we have a picture of Diana Hoppy. Will flash on the screen right after Rob makes this 2-ball in the side pocket. There she is right there giving us the peace sign.
Yep.
With the camera, there she is. That young lady is in the chat. Make sure to reach out. You do have her phone number. She put it in the chat. If you have any questions about Earl Strickland Road Stories 2 or the Scholars Part 2, make sure to talk to Diana Hoppy. She does a lot of support for pool and would like to see her get some support from the pool world.
I agree 100% on that.
She's been around, so her, Mary Kinniston, and Angel Levine, and
Yep.
Allison Fisher of NYC Grind, who's actually co-producing this live stream with us.
Rob kind of slouched over there. He thought he might roll up right up on the thigh, but
Well, it's good to know now.
He's got enough room.
I'm sorry, Tom.
That's quite all right.
The 3-piece tables, you do a lot of, so only for tournaments when you're running the road?
No, it's not only for tournaments, but all the tournaments we use 1-piece slates if possible,
Right.
because it reduces the labor of setting up the tables so much.
Right.
But there's a lot of installations where you can't put a 1-piece slate like down a basement or up on a second floor, and so those are 3-piece slate tables.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with a 3-piece slate table. It just takes more time to put it together to make it play like these.
Right.
But once you get finished setting it up right, they're the same.
Good. Well, folks, you have it there. We were talking about 1-piece slates, and somebody had mentioned that Diamond only makes a 1-piece slate.
No, not true.
Right. Okay. We just wanted to get a verified answer. We like doing that. And since you were standing
great.
off to our left, we figured we'd pull you in here, and it's always good to have you. In fact, you can stay as long as you want. Paul definitely keep us busy. It's enjoyable to have Paul and Tom. I'm sorry, Tom. I'm not abusing you by far.
Right. 8-8.
Well, Hill first.
All right.
The first Hill match that we had here.
I must say, Paul, I've never played on a bad diamond table.
Well, thank you.
Never played on a bad one.
Do you know Tom McGonigal?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
He plays at a lot of
He
events.
said, of course. Everybody knows Tom.
Sure. You can't go to a pool tournament and not know Tom. But I'll
He
tell
promotes himself pretty well, don't he?
More people know me than I know them. I got to be honest.
you. Yeah. Well,
I'll never forget what's his name either.
the thing
I like
about,
that.
The thing about 1-piece slate table that people don't understand, they think that the table is inherently better. But it's the same as a 3-piece slate table. But the advantage it gives us is that we can completely build a table at our factory. So we have specialists. You have somebody who puts a bed cloth on every day, somebody who puts a rail cloth on every day, somebody who puts the cushions on every day, somebody who levels the tables every day.
To perfection.
And because you have all these specialists and we can completely assemble a table at the factory and deliver it essentially fully assembled, they all play the same. He made the comment he never played on a bad diamond table. Well, the consistency of the way they play is the nature of the fact that we make them all at our factory. If you send a table out in pieces and have a local mechanic put it together, there's lots of great mechanics, and those tables might play great. And there's guys that are average, and those tables play okay. And then you got guys that aren't very good at putting tables together, and those tables don't play as well. But when you have all those specialists, then you get that consistency, and that's what we're looking for. We want you to be able to play on a table at your pool room and then come to a tournament and not have to adjust to the table.
Right.
I think we've done a pretty good job at that.
I think so too. Really, it's
Excellent
great,
job.
great product.
Excellent job.
In fact, I noticed that Gotham City Billiard Club in Brooklyn, New York. Kevin and Isabella. There's been some players coming out of that room that are really stepping up their game, because when they go from their home room, if they happen to go on a road where a local tournament, whether it be a tri-state or whatever it might be, being played on a Brunswick or something, it seems like it's kind of easy to them, because of the way that the corners are cut. We all know that. You got to actually put the balls in the corners for these diamonds, whether it be in a side pocket or whatever. You hit any kind of a point, it's going to jar and stay out, which game should be played that way, professional.
Yeah. Well, that was another decision that Greg Sullivan made when he started Diamond, was that he wanted the pockets to be tighter, but he didn't want to shim the pockets to make them that way. So actually, we machine the rail and we cut the cushion for the pocket opening that we want to end up with after we're finished. And that way, it's all cut by CNC machines and all the angles are real precise. That also contributes to the consistency of the way they play and the fact that they're tighter, which we did for the top players. And now all the amateur events, all the 7-foot tables have the same pocket cuts.
Now the latest crave is the 5x10.
Yeah.
I mean, I see them all over the place now, and I see Diamond coming. Now, how long does it take you to deliver one of those things? I seen one video or one picture of somebody out in the Midwest that brought one into their room. I forget who it was. And
it was Michael's Billiards, and I put it in.
Michael's Billiards. That's what it was.
In Fairfield, Ohio. It's just north of Cincinnati.
Right.
And those are delivered just like these. They're a one-piece slate, and they're delivered on their side. And we roll it off the truck and roll it into the room and bolt the legs on it. And with 6 guys, we flip it over onto its legs and level it.
Wow.
It's a little heavier than this table. It weighs 1,600 pounds, but it's surprisingly manageable.
That's a nice. I'll tell you what, Gotham City Billiard Club has one, and Coker plays and practices on it on a daily basis. He just snapped off a tournament this weekend. What a wife you got. Tom McGonagall's wife just won another 100 down at the casino.
What a woman.
Boy, oh boy, are you lucky. All right, we got a Hill match right here in front of us, folks. And don't forget, like I got to keep pushing it because Derby City Classic is right around the corner. There you see the dates, the 23rd through the 31st. Go to AccuStats. They got early bird specials going. Get their live stream working. We're coming to you live from the Turning Stone Casino in Verona, New York. I'm Upstate Al from AZB TV. We got Paul from Diamond. Paul, I'm sorry I don't know your last name. I should.
It's a tough one. Smith.
Well, that I'm never going to remember. Try saying Tom McGonigal. All right, we got Tom McGonigal.
200 times.
The author of Right on Cue, sitting in the booth. We're having a great time. And Paul's right here on premises. Should there be any kind of failure with the diamond tables, let me tell you, this gentleman will be right on top of it and straighten it out in just a few seconds. Wow, he went for it, but he's not from Kentucky, but he tried it. Tried to bank the deuce, a two-way shot.
Still has a safety, though.
Yeah, two-way, yeah.
Well, the way she jumped earlier, she should have no problem getting over this ball.
Yeah, she's got about a half a ball to jump over. Now, she's not allowed to use a jump cue. She has to use her break cue. That break cue looks kind of short, but
yes,
I guess that's what she likes.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Well, she is a tiny girl.
Is that cheating?
No, that's her break cue.
Oh.
As long as she breaks with it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So Jennifer Barretta to the air. Hill.
Wow.
She hit it like she's supposed to hit it, and position on the 3.
Yeah, the 8 was a good stopper for her.
Yeah,
it gave her
out.
good shape.
The 4 is very difficult, though.
Well, she's got a slight angle. Actually, doesn't have enough angle to get back to it. You're absolutely right. She might have to power this forward. She's got the stroke for it. Get around the 8 and get on the left side of that 4, on the short side, so to say, to shoot it in the corner. She's going to draw back one rail and back out again. Look at this shot, or coming straight back for the side pocket. What do you think?
Looks like the side to me.
Yeah. Straight back. Watch the 5.
She wiggled it.
Can't cheat these pockets, huh, Paul? Or you got to cheat them right.
No, you got to hit the pocket.
Okay.
That was kind of the idea.
On a shot like that, yes, absolutely. She might get away with it. She didn't leave a lot.
Well, diamond tables are designed to favor somebody who's a finesse player that gets their position with speed and angles rather than power and spin, because it's hard to be precise as soon as you increase the speed or put more side spin on the ball.
Now, I got a man that would disagree with you. Earl Strickland loves to speed and loves to spin the rock.
He's a freak, though. You can't compare him to anybody else.
He's a genius.
No, he's maybe the most talented person that's ever played pool.
Absolutely.
And he can do it, but I don't think very many people can do it.
And this young man right behind Rob Hart, Jason Shaw, right in the background there.
Yeah.
Another one that can spin the rock and speed.
Well, he's an unbelievably straight shooter.
Yeah, unbelievable. Long distance shots between him and Mike DeShane. Has got to be some kind of competition between the three of them. Earl Strickland also included.
I'll take Jason Shaw.
Yeah, huh? He's got that
I watched him
eye.
play a version of pool horse, and nobody liked it but Jason Shaw, I promise you.
Yeah, huh?
Well, he was setting up spot shots and jawing the cue ball up as far as it would go into a pocket.
Oh, was Kenny the Russian down there too?
And they were betting.
Yeah, I guess he was.
He was willing to bet that he could make 8 out of 10. And the first person at bat lost. The second person at bat lost. And the other guy said, well, it must not be that hard. I want to try it. And nobody else could do it besides Jason Shaw.
Yeah, he's got the firepower and that eye for those long shots.
Well, he has good mechanics.
That was a mishit.
What do you mean by mishit?
He didn't hit the object ball.
That's a foul.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he was making a spot shot, drawing to the side rail and back to the.
No, he was just making a spot shot. But the cue ball is in the jaws of the pocket as far as it could go without falling in, and you can't hardly make a bridge there. And he was betting he could make 8 out of 10.
Wow.
And he did it 2 or 3 times in a row, and then somebody decided, well, it must not be that hard. And then they found out it was a little tougher than they thought. I'll leave the names out to protect the innocent.
There you go. I saw Shane.
What if he scratched? Did the shot count if he scratched?
I don't remember. It probably did.
Either way,
I think the
That's
shot doesn't count if it scratches.
Wow.
I don't think the shot counts. I seen him play that in Super Billiards Expo. I actually seen Shane lose at that game, and then the following Expo he came back and won at that game and won like double what he lost at the game prior. So, Shane must have went back and practiced it for about 11 hours a day for about a month.
It's still a great shot.
Yep, it is.
No matter what.
Hey, H-Nut, don't get us wrong. I think Earl's one of the greatest players on earth. Believe me, and really nice guy, too. Really is a nice guy. I mean, when you're on the table and you're his opponent, you might not like it. He's more like a lion, protecting his meal. And the meal is his table. And he's such a perfectionist that if he gets out of line by a couple inches, he doesn't like it. He's an all-around athlete for this game. Don't get me wrong. And I got news for you. Having him in the booth and doing commentating, he's just as good. But he says he's not ready to put a headset on yet. He's not ready to retire. But we had him in the booth a couple of times, and they're out there on YouTube. And he's a wizard. What he said to me was, Al, he says, you want to be good at commentating? I said, yeah, I'm the best I can, whatever I can do. He says, every shot that comes up, just surmise it and say whatever could happen. Because if you spin it to the left, if you spin it to the right, this way you can never be wrong. He's brilliant.
There's wisdom in his words there.
Yeah. All right, Hill, Jennifer Barretta threatening to get out here to send Rob Hart over to the B side of the chart, so to say. And we're running just about on schedule. How do you like this? 8 o'clock is the next match. Johnny Archer and Kevin Guimond coming up next right here, 8 o'clock. Please spread the word, guys. Let everybody know. So a race to 9's taking 2 hours when it goes hill. Not bad. Jennifer Brett is coming with it.
Nice shot. There's no concession.
There is no concession. You're absolutely right.
And so it should be.
Jennifer Barretta.
That's the rules of the tournament. No concessions. So
taking that down.
I like that.
We want to thank Tom McGonigal for sitting in as a navigator, and Paul is the hard last name is Smith from Diamond for sitting in. I'm Upstate Al with AZB TV. We're going to come right back to you with another match. Johnny Archer versus Kevin Guimond. We'll be right back, guys. Thank you for standing by.